are here.
Girl, I'm sorry, y'all. For those of y'all that were waiting since 10 o'clock, we're sorry. That's
We
all
are so sorry.
we're sorry.
But welcome to Becoming Eva Season 4.
Yes,
We
happy
are
new season.
here. Yes.
So I don't know. We were running around trying to get things right for this. So I don't know. Were you able to get a drink? Or you want me to
Oh, girl. I got a drink.
Oh, good. Me too, girl. Me too. So we can sip while we catching up with y'all. Yes. Oh, well, happy new season, Toya. How are you? I know that's a loaded question, but how
How
are
are
you?
you? Where do I start? I'm a little relieved that we are using this new stream yard today.
Yay!
So we're trying something new this season.
Yes.
So it was a little technology issues, even though we practiced yesterday. The day of the broadcast, of course, something has to go wrong.
Not something, many things.
Many things went
things.
wrong this
A lot of
morning.
things. Yeah.
Even though we were on here early, we thought everything was going to run smoothly, but here we are. Welcome.
And thank you, Ryan, for telling us it looks and sounds good. We appreciate that.
Yes.
All right, so let's jump on in. We have a lot to catch up on, and most of y'all know last season we implemented what's trending. So because it's been a minute since we have caught up, we got an extended what's trending because we got a lot of things to weigh in on, and I'm sure y'all do too. Okay, so we've got 3 categories. All right. The first category is breakups and hookups. So breakups. All right. Everybody's talking about Megan and Devon Franklin. I mean, Megan Good and Devon Franklin, our power Christian couple. For those of you that may or may not know, during the holiday break a couple weeks ago, Devon Franklin posted a beautiful post about he and his wife, Megan Good, parting ways. But they're still being love, if you will. But in this season, they are parting ways. So, like I said, it was a beautiful, flowery post. But at the end of the day, it was like, hey, y'all, we're calling it. And I was like, yikes. Like, whoa. Now I know there were rumors swirling around long before this post, like what's going on, will they, won't they make it, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, it looks like they're going to be getting a divorce. So what are your thoughts, Toya?
Well, I have many thoughts on this. Well,
many.
First, it's always terrible when you hear about marriage ending in divorce, because we don't want any marriages to end in divorce at all. So that's a little disheartening and sad that they're ending in divorce. And then, of course, looking at all the comments on social media, I've been cracking up because, Christians always got to put in their 2 cents.
Oh, Christians? I was looking at the unbeliever comments.
And other believers, but
what the Christians saying?
Well, you know how Miss Megan Good, likes how she dresses.
Yeah,
as
she's beautiful.
Modest.
She's fly. Okay.
Yeah, not as modest, which is, to each his own. That's fine. Mm-hmm. And Minister Devon Franklin has had to defend his wife. Leave my wife alone, But this new TV series came out recently, Harlem, with some very explicit sex scenes.
Yeah.
And so
Sex in the City. Yeah.
Those Christian folks were like, oh, Minister Franklin, get your house in order. You got your wife out here.
I mean, at the end of the day, go ahead.
Those Christians were out there on Devon about Megan Good in that TV show. So, I mean, it's really sad though that they're getting a divorce. But, people have been speculating about all the different reasons.
Well, Megan Good's an actress. She's been in the industry 30 years, literally. Although, I mean, she just turned 40, but she's been in the industry 30 years. Like she was the little girl in Eve's Bayou and, on up through the years. She's had plenty of sex scenes, many before she got married and many after, not just in Harlem. So it's like this is what she does. This is, she's an actress. So
You
I'm
you
like,
knew you knew what I did before I married you, and
exactly.
you
I
know.
don't think I don't think that's the reason for their divorce. I mean, I think there was speculation. I mean, there's always been speculation about that, but there was speculation about them wanting to have, or Devon Franklin wanting to have children, and maybe Megan Good not. I don't know, But all that to say, there were several interviews while they were married about when are you having children, and I know Megan Good actually had gone and had her eggs frozen. I don't know if this was before they got married or what, when, or after, but all that to say, like, she was like, I have my eggs, and when I'm ready, we'll have children, And
Right.
so I don't know if there was a conflict regarding the timeline or, or yay, nay, I want to have them, you don't. I don't know. But I think that was another reason too that people were speculating that kind of contributed to it. But to your point, I mean, I hate hearing about divorces because marriage is such a sacred thing, especially among believers. I know the world is watching, and the world was watching this couple in particular because, I mean, like you said, Minister Devon Franklin, he's on social media praying
Yes.
prayers
And you
over people in interviews. They did a
yes.
book, they
Yes.
were all, hey, love this, hey, love that. Like, so it's like, it just breaks my heart because you never want to see a marriage come to an end. But at the same time, I know there were so many eyes on this marriage for good and bad reasons, but all the more reason why I wanted to see them win. And I really wanted their marriage to, yeah, I just wanted to see them win. So, yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on the Instagram posts that they made together, holding hands, and the little heartfelt post about like we still love each other forever, and but we're
Let
still
me
getting
see.
a
I'm
divorce.
the queen of buffering and smoothing over and being diplomatic and making things sound good. So I get it. I get it. Like, you don't want to point fingers at each other and you want to smooth things over and make sure that you want positive press in light of whatever's happening. I pray that everything in there is true. As far as there still being love between them and them parting ways on good terms. But at the end of the day, divorce is still, heartbreaking. So,
Yes, it
you know,
is.
I'm just kind of like, ugh. But all
All
right,
right. What about
another breakup.
Tiffany Haddish
Yes,
and
yes.
Common?
So these two got booed up right at the beginning of quarantine back in 2020, the beginning of the pandemic. And first, it was under speculation, are they in a relationship? And then during the pandemic, it came out, yes, we're in a relationship. And another couple that I was really rooting for. I mean, Common has had relationships with multiple women, which I'm going to get back to. But I feel like Common is a good dude. And so I always was like, oh, Common, like, I really want you to get married. I wanted him and Serena to work out. I wanted him and it was somebody else he was with. I can't think of him that. But I just feel like Common's a good dude. And so when him and Tiffany got together, I was like, he could be the stability that she might need. So hey, I hope it works out. When it didn't, okay, so one of my phrases, when I see something enough times, I'm like, let's see, what is the common denominator? No pun intended, or should I say pun intended? What is the common denominator? So, how many times is Common gonna be in a relationship before he settle down and get married? Or is he just a serial bachelor? Is he just a serial bachelor?
He's
I mean,
probably, I mean, to each his own. There's plenty of serial bachelors out there, and that
yeah.
that just might be his lane.
And if you are, then just say, hey, I don't plan on getting married anytime soon. Say it out loud, and hopefully you saying it to whoever you in a relationship with, so you ain't wasting nobody's time, Carmen. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. And then I saw that Tiffany was arrested for a DUI in
Yes, girl.
Georgia,
In our
Peachtree
backyard.
City. I was
Yes,
like,
girl.
what?
Yes. And actually I was talking to my husband about it. He was like, "Oh, she was probably shooting something because Peachtree City is right by all the big lot movie studio theaters or movie studios." I was like, "You're right." Lord, she was, yeah, she was basically, there was a call saying that she was somebody was asleep
Sleeping.
behind the wheel. And Peachtree City, for those of y'all that may or may not know, Peachtree City is like in Georgia, it's like a high, like a really bougie, high end kind of city. I mean, we call it like a golf cart city. Like people drive around in their golf carts in that city instead of cars because it's like, it's that kind of city. So all that to say, Lord, please. I think it was a DUI. It was speculated that she may have been high, not drunk, but high. And then a lot of people are saying, she's going through a lot. We just talked about her breakup, and then I think her grandfather recently passed. So I hope and pray that she is getting some support during this time because Tiffany, I really want her to win. I know she has, gone through a lot. She's worked hard to get where she is, and I just want her to win. So,
Yes.
Tiffany, get it together, girl. We
Get it
praying for you.
together.
That's all I can say.
She had a cute mugshot though. I appreciate
She looked, yeah. Somebody was like, she looked super high. Yeah, I was like, she was high because she was looking like, hey,
it was
hey, I'm
cute.
here.
But yes, reach out Tiffany, to your support system.
Yeah,
I know sometimes celebrities, we don't see them as humans, but they are humans and they need love and support just like anybody else. So I know she's probably going through a lot with all the different loss in her life, but
yeah,
reach out for support.
absolutely, absolutely. Okay, and then next breakup is Jason Momoa and Lisa Bonet, aka Aquaman and Denise Huxtable. Okay, for those of you that do not know. So, yeah, this beautiful couple, and I'll say beautiful, both of them are beautiful. I've been dating since 2005, but they'd only been married about 4 years. And so they're calling it quits for whatever reason. I'm just like, wow. There is like I said, I think a 10-year difference between them. Jason Momoa actually grew up watching Lisa Bonet on the Cosby Show, and he was like, I want her. And when he saw her, he got her. So, but yeah, I don't know what the story is behind this breakup, but I hate that they waited till they got married before it's like we're gonna call it quits. But yeah, another
Yeah,
one
I heard
bites
they
the
were
dust.
together for like 16 years, married
Hmm.
for 5. So that's over 2 decades of being with the same person.
Yeah, yeah, that's rough. That's rough. And they have children involved. I forgot to mention that. I think they had a child. They have a daughter, Lola, and so I don't know if that's their only child together, but it makes it even harder when children are involved. So I'm hoping and praying that it's amicable and that little Lola don't get caught up in the crossfire for real.
Yes.
Yeah. So, all right. So that's it for our breakups. On to hookups. And these are quite interesting because we actually talked about both of these women in season 4. So the first hookup is actually an engagement. Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly have officially gotten engaged. So I was reading an article about this, and we were talking about last season, Good Girls and Bad Boys, and this right here, I think, is a great example of that. So much so that when they got engaged, what? They drank each other's blood. I was like, this is
Yeah. I saw that. I was like, ew, that's disgusting. Why? Why are we drinking each other's blood? What is that?
exactly. Why
I
are we
don't know.
drinking anyone's blood? I'm just
That's
saying.
disgusting. Like, I don't
Yeah.
even like looking at blood.
let alone drinking it. I'm good. I'm good.
Right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, we'll
That's a little
see.
weird.
This is Megan Fox's second marriage, I believe. I know she was married to Brian Austin Green beforehand, and they have 3 children. So I'm just like, if you gonna do it, please make sure you do it and stay together, especially if
Yeah.
children are involved. We'll see, but yeah. So we had to revisit that one, and then the next one, couple that has some eyes on them, the next hookup, if you will. Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson. So some people are trying to figure out if this is a fluke. I'm still trying to figure out if it's a fluke. Like, really? 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 So, and Pete Davidson, another one, he's a serial dater. So I'm really like, okay, I really feel like this is a fling for both of them, but we'll see how long it lasts.
Yeah. Ryan was like, he's like the total opposite of Kanye. He has like no swag. How do you go from Kanye being a billionaire to dating Pete?
Pete been pulling them. If you look at Pete's track record, Pete been pulling some beautiful women over the years. I'm serious. I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it. Maybe he got some inner swag that we don't know about, or some charisma we don't know about. You can get her on your arm, like for real. I don't know. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts. All right. Our next segment, Lost Legends. I don't know what it is. It seems to me like whenever we're coming to the end of a year and the beginning of a new year, it's like a lot of people pass. Like it's kind of like a purging of the earth almost. I'm just like, wow, God. Like it just, I don't know. And then, if you're you might have your grandmama or somebody might have said they always happen in threes. So we do have 3 people that have passed away very recently in the public. And so first one is good old Betty White. Betty White was hanging in there. Betty White would have been 100 years in this month, actually in a couple of days, like really. So she passed away on New Year's Eve. Like I ain't gonna make it to 2022, y'all. So but Betty White's an absolute legend. I mean, for multiple reasons. She's been in the industry for decades. She is phenomenal. She's impacted comedians over the years. It's ridiculous. I'm like, she's awesome. And so her legacy has impacted so many different people. And so it was very hard to see her pass.
Yes. I loved watching the Golden Girls when I was younger, and my husband is a huge fan of the
Of the
Golden.
Golden Girls?
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. Go ahead, Ryan. You better watch the Golden Girls. No, Betty White is dope. She is. So yeah, now all 4 of them have passed. She was the last remaining member of the cast, and it's interesting because but the mother on the Golden Girls was actually younger than the person that played her daughter.
Oh
So
wow.
I was like, that's amazing. And I was trying to remember because somebody had posted all their ages. If I remember correctly, I think Betty White may have lived longer than all of them, but don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that. So, oh, Ryan, I love it. Bonding time with your grandmother. That's what's up. Gone, but definitely not forgotten. Definitely not forgotten. And then we lost actually American African American actor or Bahamian American actor Sidney Poitier, who blazed a trail for so many Black actors here in the United States, namely Denzel Washington. He had a huge impact on him. For those of you that don't know, Sidney Poitier was the first Black actor to win an Oscar. And it was like, I want to say 40 years later. It was a long time before the next Black actor won. And that person was Denzel Washington. And so Denzel Washington has admired and looked up to him and been chasing him. There's a lot of quotes where he's like, I'll always be chasing you, Sidney Poitier. But he had a great relationship with him, a huge role model for him. So, and for many, many Black actors, they're, the great trinity, if you will, I call it, of amazing Black actors. There's a beautiful picture of him, Harry Belafonte, and Cicely Tyson. And now all we have left is Harry Belafonte of those three that are still living. But yeah, another great one that was lost, but impacted so many different people and blazed a trail for so many different African American actors over the years. So
Yes.
shout
I
out to Sidney
do
Poitier.
do remember watching him in The Heat of the Night with my
Yes,
grandmother, even though it would
yes.
put me to sleep because, it was black and white, and then that song, that intro song, I'm like, "Oh, Lord, is she watching Heat of the Night again?"
Here we go.
Put me to sleep, but, yeah, I do remember him.
It's legendary. All right. And the next person that's gone but not forgotten is one of America's favorite and funniest dads, Bob Saget. Full House, and they just actually closed out a reboot of it, Fuller House, which I was all in. I was watching that too. But just cute, funny, lighthearted, clean family fun. Like that's what I loved about Full House and Fuller House for that matter. But a lot of the cast and just friends and other comedians, because he was a comedian before taking on that role, and actually was on the road doing comedy shows when he passed. But, another brilliant comedian that impacted so many others. Just sad to see him go so suddenly, actually, for him to be on the road and have done a show the night before. And then you wake up the next morning, it's like, oh gosh, like he's gone. That's crazy.
Yes, very, very sad. I saw him as like the white Bill Cosby of television. Like, it was just clean TV. I loved
Mm-hmm.
him as an actor, seeing a single dad on TV, raising three daughters, with the help of his, I think they were friends, if I remember correctly. Um,
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, it's really sad.
Wow, very sad. So those that's our Lost Legends segment. And then last but certainly not least, we're gonna talk about binge worthy. So, the holidays is a great time to Netflix and chill, to kick back and relax. So was there anything that you binged or any good movies or anything that you saw over the holiday break?
Yes. So we finished Money Heist. It was the
Yeah.
last part of, I think they call them parts. It was the last part of Money Heist. It was so good.
Ooh,
So good, so good. Do you watch Money Heist?
girl, it's on my list. I haven't gotten to it yet, but it's on my list. I promise it's on my list. So
Yes.
is it five
So
seasons?
good. I believe so. Five
Okay.
parts, maybe
So
four or five
y'all
parts.
made it
But
through all of them?
yeah, we made it through all
Wow.
of them.
That's what's up.
Now, the lips, they have people speaking English, of course, for them, because I think it's set in Spain.
Okay.
But the lips aren't really all that off. So it's a
Mm-hmm.
really good TV show. Check it out.
Got
We
it.
also watch Stay Close. That was a pretty good
I've never heard
TV
of that. What
show.
is
That's
that?
on Netflix. It's on
Okay.
Netflix. Um, and then we just started The Cleaning Lady. So that's interesting. It gives me a Queen of the South type of feel.
Got it.
I don't know if you watch Queen of the South, but
But I've heard Ryan talk about it. I know y'all watch Queen of the South, so yeah. That's
yes.
what's up.
And then the reboot of The Game. We did watch that over our break.
How is that?
It's different. It's good,
Okay.
but it's different. It's different, but it's
I don't
good.
know how to feel about that.
Check it out, because at first we were like, they have some of the original actors and actresses from the original game, so
Okay.
it it's
Okay.
it's good. Check it out.
Got it. Got it. Okay. All right. A couple of shows we binged. Yeah, I would say the first one, which was the top of our list at the around the holidays for the past what? Well, 2 years now. That we had to get that in. We were actually out of town, and we were like, "Look, we about to find this." We was watching it on my iPad. Like we about to watch this. So that was really good. It's always very reminiscent, especially if you grew up watching the Karate Kids. It's amazing how they will weave in backstories and bring in previous characters. So you'd be looking like, oh snap, that's so and so, or oh snap, I remember when that happened. So connecting all the dots, and then the dynamics between the older generation impacting the younger generation, and it's just it's been really good. I think Chris said something crazy. He was like, I feel like it's like 90210 meets Power Rangers at times. I'm like, what in the world? Because it does have those weird relationship dynamics, but then they have these great fight scenes in the middle of it. You be like, oh snap, like what just happened? So Cobra Kai, definitely. They've already been renewed for season 5, so we're already waiting on that. They introduced this new young black kid too this season who was really cool. He's actually from Atlanta, an Atlanta actor. So I think I was reading somewhere that his dad is a Atlanta Braves coach. So that was dope. And then actually, his Ralph Macchio, the person that is the original Karate Kid, his daughter made an appearance in season 4 as well. So yeah, so Cobra Kai, we were definitely binging. And then shows like guilty pleasures. We have definitely been watching Ghost book 2.
Ooh, I forgot 2. To mention that one.
Yep, they're smack dab in the middle of their season. That's been really good. And actually before that, we binged BMF, the first season of BMF.
Okay.
So that was really cool. Like I wasn't familiar with BMF, like when they were like really doing their thing. Like I think Chris was telling me like in the 2000s they had a big billboard up in Atlanta. I was like, that's pretty bold, but I mean, drug dealers with a billboard, but of course they were laundering their money through the music industry. So the billboard was for the music industry. I was just like, good gosh. But just like I'm always amazed, if you will, at like how brilliant, intelligent people like use their skills like to run criminal empires. Because in my mind, I'm thinking like, wow, like what else could they have done if they were in better circumstances? You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
It's just because they're like literally the brilliance that people put into running empires. I'm like, these are not dumb criminals. Like, in some cases, but I'm like, these are not dumb criminals. Like you really put some major effort into this. So all that to say, we binged that as well. So yeah, just a couple of things that we've been watching, if you will, over the holiday season.
And Married at First Sight is kicking off with a new season. I know you're not a fan, but
you ready?
I'm watching it. I'm ready. I'm here for it.
When does it start?
It started like a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
They just got married last Wednesday. Well, they just broadcasted it last Wednesday, and there's like one more couple that they're gonna show getting married next week.
Gotcha. Oh, and I do have to shout out. We talked about the season starting, but Insecure, that series premiere episode was great. So I'm excited because I feel like everybody's going to move on to bigger and better things, but at the same time, that body of work, I think people are going to come back to years down the line. I feel like she'll impact a whole nother generation of people with that. So shout out to Issa Rae, because she did the thing with those 5 seasons of Insecure. So that's all I have for binge worthy. Anything else you have for hot topics?
No, that's it.
Or what's trending, I should say.
No.
All right. So we talked a little bit about the holidays, but just gotta shout out some of the things that we did over the holidays. I would say it was real chill for me this year, but I did get some time in to rest and reflect. I know that was one thing I really wanted to be intentional about, and was charging our audience to be intentional about as well. And actually am excited because we got to spend some time together with our some of the members of our book club. So that was really cool to hang out. So that was awesome. And then of course, spending time with friends and family, always great to just catch up with everybody and just chill out, But yeah, I would say my other guilty pleasure over the holidays is Hallmark Channel. Cause I will watch those corny movies one after the other and just be laid up somewhere like with my hot cocoa, like That's another guilty
we
pleasure.
we watch the Christmas movies as well. They're not always the Hallmark ones.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Ryan like a little too corny. But
Yeah, I
we
watch
do
those
watch
myself.
a lot of Christmas movies as well.
Yes, yes. How were your holidays, Toya? What did you guys do?
Oh, my holidays were great. This was Mason's first Thanksgiving, first Christmas, first New
Yay!
Year's. So, I had like these little cute outfits for him. But it was real exciting. I don't know why it's so exciting when they're, their first holidays, but Thanksgiving was pretty chill. We spent it with Ryan's mom and family members. Christmas, I will say, Christmas, when I was growing up, it was like my favorite holiday.
Mm-hmm.
But now that I have kids, it's not my favorite holiday anymore because it's like
Oh.
a little bit too stressful. Like,
Mhm.
and it's more so trying to teach them how to be grateful and like
Amen.
gratefulness. Um, this is one of my little daughters. She had a whole attitude about one of her gifts because we do like a Christmas Eve gift. And since we did like matching PJs,
Mm-hmm.
I gave them matching little slippers. And so when she opened her Christmas Eve gift, she was like, "What?"
Oh.
And she kind of like folded her arms. She had like a whole attitude. I guess cuz she thought, it was going to be like a toy or something. So we had to have like a whole conversation about gratefulness and what
Amen.
say when a gift is given to you. We had to practice saying, "Thank you. That was a thoughtful gift." And I make them do
Mm-hmm.
that on Christmas as well because I'm like, y'all are not gonna embarrass me at Ryan's mom's house when you're opening
Ah.
gifts in front of people. Like, no. So they kept looking at me because I was giving them that look like, what do you say?
Mm-hmm. Amen. Go
So
ahead, Mama. Get him, Mama Moore.
my oldest child, like she's good, like with her gratefulness. So she wasn't tripping. It's just that middle child, the one that's probably gonna give me all my gray hair. Um, and then we had the annual junk food party with Ryan's family
Yay.
at my house. Which was a little stressful too because I was going like over the top. I had the kids do a play, the nativity scene play,
I
and
love it.
Mason was baby Jesus,
I love
Layla
it.
was Mary, Ryla was the narrator and also the pianist, so she played away in the major. And then let's see. Oh, Mariah was a wise woman instead of a wise man. She's a wise woman. And then their
Yes.
cousins were Joseph and an angel and a farm animal. So,
Oh,
I had a whole
beautiful.
rehearsal for
Yes,
them a
Toya.
couple days before. And
Yes, director.
I was like, why am I doing this to myself? Like after I was like, get in line, get in line. Say the line. Pronounce
Because
that word
you
again.
care. You are a mother and you care. That is why. That's
Like,
beautiful.
let's try to say that sentence again. And then I was like,
Yes.
why am I doing this to myself? Why am I doing this to myself? Why? Why am I stressing myself out? And then we like baked Christmas cookies and decorated them. I was like, okay, rehearsal's over. Let's make cookies.
I love it. I love it.
So so I just had to keep reminding myself, let them enjoy the process. It's more about the learning, not so much like them getting the lines correct. So I had to keep
Mhm.
reminding myself. So they actually did good at the junk food party though. And I
Yay.
thought it was really good because Ryla was able to like tell me the entire scene of the nativity and like they really understood it. And so we would talk about
Amen.
the meaning of Christmas, even though it was stressful, they
Yes.
got it. So that was a highlight of Christmas. because I always want to always make sure they understand the true meaning of Christmas, and it's not all about the gifts. And then I also made them get toys together to give away to other kids. Like,
Very
you guys
good.
have way too much already, so you're gonna get new stuff. So time to give away. Just kind of instilling those principles in them, because
Hmm.
my children like to try to hoard things. Like my two daughters have this doll that they've kept for all of their life, and it's like the head is like almost decapitated, hanging on a
Oh,
string. One's missing an arm and leg. I'm like, it's time to give it up. And they're like tying socks around the neck. And it reminds me of Toy Story, like that scene in Toy Story where the Misfit dolls. You remember this scene in Toy Story with the Misfit dolls? They're all like, yeah, that's what they look like. I was like,
wow.
it's time to get rid of them.
I love it. I love it.
So yeah. And then also we celebrated our 10-year anniversary. So that was a great milestone. December the 22nd. So yeah, it was a lot of celebrating. And then for New Year's, then we were sick. Yeah.
Like a lot of people, honestly. This stuff is not playing. This stuff is not playing. But first of all, congratulations. 10 years
Thank
is not
you.
only a major milestone, it's a huge accomplishment. So like, hey, keep going. Keep going. May the Lord be with you.
Thank
Like, keep
you.
going. That's awesome. That's awesome. And then for the holidays, I know it's stressful, but I just wanted to say those are the things that they're going to remember when they grow up. So kudos for real for like together activities and making memories for them that they're going to remember. So, but yeah, a lot of people came back sick at the top of the year. Like I was like, oh my gosh, like Lord help us, please, Lord, help us, Lord. We
Yeah.
actually went away for New Year's. This is trying to think, is this the first time that we actually went away for New Year's? But it was a really cool getaway. Like we just went not too far. We were like, okay, we're not going far. We just going a couple of hours, change the venue, and just have some good getaway time. So that was really awesome to just have some time together away. But yeah, these streets are crazy. It's crazy out here. We just got to be careful for real.
Yes. Yes, yes, yes.
All right. So, shall we get into the upcoming season of Becoming Eva?
Yes, what to expect this season. So, each season we try to build upon the previous season and just keep building momentum for our brands. And this year or this season, we are incorporating brand ambassadors. So, this
Yes.
is going to be our first year officially incorporating brand ambassadors in hopes to grow our YouTube channel. In the previous season, we mostly streamed live on Facebook and we really didn't push our YouTube account. So we're going to be really pushing our YouTube
Mhm.
account this season. So if you have not already subscribed to our YouTube channel,
Please
and if you're not
subscribe.
watching this on YouTube, just open another tab and go to our YouTube channel and also hit that little subscribe button for us. But
Yes,
we
it's under
are streaming
Becoming Eva
live.
today. Hmm.
Yes, we are streaming live on both Facebook and YouTube. So this was a learning curve for us today. So yes, we are incorporating our brand ambassadors to help us with social media, sharing with their friends, and we actually have a few brand ambassadors that have already said they would be committed to becoming Eva brand ambassadors. So I wanted to give a special shout out
Woo!
to Ashley Korth Adrian Pettit, Kayla White, Michelle Wilson, and Stephanie Worthen. I gotta
Yes.
say, these people are like our day one crew, day one of becoming Eva. They have
Yes.
always been super supportive of our podcasts, always participating in book clubs, resharing our video on their platforms. So we appreciate all the love and support that you guys have already poured into becoming Eva. I know we're small, but we can also be small and mighty at the same time. So
Yes.
thank you so much. And if you're interested in becoming a brand ambassador, please let us know, because we're always looking for new ideas. Adrian is always shooting me ideas. Let's do this, let's do that. And I'm like, yeah, that's a great idea. So more minds are better than one. So we just really appreciate you guys. We also have an incentive this season for our brand ambassadors. If anyone else is interested in becoming a brand ambassador, we'll be giving out some incentives near the end of the season. Stay
Yes.
tuned for more information for that.
Absolutely. And I mean, I just can't thank these ladies enough just for like really jumping on board. Before we even really knew what we were doing, quite honestly, we were like, okay, I think we're gonna, and everybody's like, yes, sure. Okay, let's go. How can I support? We were like, hold on a second. Let me get back to you. But like literally, like just out the posting and sharing and commenting, and then providing suggestions and participating in our book club. Like the support has been overwhelming from these ladies right here. And so we want to take the time to not only call you out as brand ambassadors, but give you your flowers, because you supported us when you certainly did not have to. I mean, it's a lot of other things going on, a lot of other brands and podcasts out there that are vying for your attention, but for whatever reason, you have chosen to support Becoming Eva. And so we're so grateful for that. And so pass the word along. Anyone that is interested in supporting Becoming Eva as a brand ambassador, you can comment on this video. We'll follow up with you. You can direct message us. We'll follow up with you. You can just comment and direct message, and we'll get back with you, because we want to really build our brand, but then also we want to create a following, if you will, and a close-knit group of people that not only can support us, but where we can support you as well. So we're just excited. We're excited about having brand ambassadors this season.
Yes. Other things that we're looking forward to this season, we are really going to be trying to focus on health and fitness and engaging more with our audience. So more information about how we're going to be interacting with you guys. But yeah, it's going to be a fun season. I'm looking forward to it. Yeah. You want to tell them about the Black Dress Challenge?
Yes. Okay. So we're always trying to think of ways to engage and to get, to engage our audience, because we don't want to just be sitting here talking and telling you about stuff that's going on in our lives. We want to hear from you. We want to you to come along on this journey with us. And so the Black Dress Challenge is a great way for you to come along with us. For those of you that have participated in previous seasons, you may know or be familiar with the BE challenge that we would have at the end of every episode, where we would say, hey, okay, this week we're going to challenge you to take one idea or one concept or something we talked about or learned during our episode and apply it. So the Black Dress Challenge is actually going to replace the BE or Becoming E challenge for season 4. Okay. So first of all, piggybacking off of what Toya was saying with health and fitness and wellness, we want to be healthy and whole from the inside out. So, we'll definitely be talking about, diet and exercise, but we'll also be talking about, inner beauty as well, and inner health and wholeness as well. And so each each week we'll have a challenge, but it will be centered around the black dress. What do I mean? Every woman has a black dress that they either got their eye on, like I want that dress, or it's in their closet and they just can't wait to get it. So the Black Dress Challenge is to help you get into that black dress and look good. Look good. Okay. So each week we'll have a challenge centered around you getting closer to getting in that black dress. Okay. So we'll be giving you tools and tips and resources along the way. And we were thinking, Toya and I were thinking, if anybody's interested in, really focusing on weight loss, we're going to focus on losing 20 pounds at least by the end of the season. That's 12 episodes. Our season is probably going to end in mid-April. So I would say 3 months. We're going to focus on trying to get some weight loss in there as well. So if y'all want to join us on that journey as well, then hey, come on, come on, come on. So the Black Dress Challenge, again, is going to be focused on health and wellness and fitness, and you looking fly in the black dress that you've always wanted.
Yes. And make sure you take a before photo of yourself in different angles, because at the end, we want to see a comparison of a before and after. And then we want you to post it to encourage others. So make sure you take a before picture in some different angles. And if you don't want to just focus solely on weight loss, you can focus on things like making sure you're walking at least 3 times a week for 30 minutes, eating healthier. But really, it's just becoming a healthier version of yourself, being the best version of you, which is what I have
Absolutely.
to constantly remind myself. That is my goal this year, is to really take self-care up a notch, because sometimes with 4 kids, my schedule gets so busy that I don't even schedule doctor's appointments for myself.
Wow.
So I'm making steps to make sure that I have like a dentist appointment scheduled and a
Wow.
physical scheduled, and
Eat a black dress.
just different things like that as well, to become a healthier version of myself, so that I can be the best mom that I can be for my kids.
Absolutely. And that could be a part of the Black Dress Challenge, because that's a part of making you a priority and being the best version of yourself as well, keeping those appointments on track, if it's an emotional or a mental or social aspect, it may be reading more. It may be, finally scheduling that appointment with that counselor or that therapist, or, starting a devotional, whatever you need to do in order to be better this year. We want you to use the Black Dress Challenge to do that. And we'll be helping you each week by honing in on a particular challenge each week. Wow. So we got a lot we're trying to cover this year, a whole lot, but we're excited. We're very, very excited. And we hope that y'all will be along for the ride. Like, for real. We want participation. We want your feedback. We want your suggestions. We're always open to suggestions. So any thoughts or ideas that you have, come on, bring it.
Yes. So next episode, do you want to tell them about how they should be prepared
Yeah,
for this
that's
next
a yes,
episode?
because we do need to prepare for this one, y'all. We do need to prepare for this one. So we kicking it off. We kicking it off. A little spicy, right? Spicy, but all that to say, next week we're actually going to have a live fitness demonstration, and so we're super excited. We'll have somebody in the building that will be doing in the virtual building, if you will, that'll be actually walking us through some basic exercises that we can do, whether indoors or outdoors. In some cases where you are, it may be really cold outside, but we'll be walking through some basic exercises that you can do and implement on a consistent basis at whatever level you are in your journey. And so she'll actually be demonstrating that for us. virtually during our episode. We'll also have a Q&A with her as well, so you can ask any questions that you may have about modifications or just ways that you can apply it to whatever your own situation or circumstances may be. So Toya and I, we're gonna try our best. We gonna get our workout in too. You may look, we may be struggling right along with you, but we're gonna get our workout in there with you too. So if you're interested in actually joining the demonstration, we're gonna encourage you to dress appropriately. Like
Yes.
get your leggings, whatever, your t-shirts, whatever, so that you can get your workout in with us and that you're not just sitting there looking cute like, oh, I wish they would have told us. So we'll put it in the post as well when we promote the upcoming the next episode. But next week we're gonna be getting our sweat on. So we want you to plan accordingly and join us for some physical fitness. All right.
Yes, 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 yes. And as always, don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at Becoming Eva Today.
All right. We'll see you soon.
See you soon.